Hey, everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come in just in an absolute freefall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the
taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. Leading them out, their 6-year quarterback. Hailing from Fresno State, that's Derek Carr.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the FC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. first down. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. On second down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. From midfield, here's Carr. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 113 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On second down now, Bowden. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Let's go.
Now.
56, Mike, 56.
180. 180. We're good.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On second down, Eckler. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On play action, now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So here are the Chargers to take over. They lost 7 in a row coming into this ballgame, but lo and behold, they have the lead here as this drive begins 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Eckler. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll head out of bounds inside the... Mark it down at the 9. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet in.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Looking to throw. Herbert. This is caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr gives to Richard. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Second year in Oakland for Walter after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, yeah, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. On second down, Richard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 23 yards for the touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Anderson. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down. Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Returnable here for Callaway. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
I got you.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James.
Interception. Come on, guys. We got
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
10-2 stop.
Exit.
From the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. Allen, the intended receiver. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr able to find Waller. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Shotgun now for Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans, as they'll have...
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd down, Anderson. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Let's go, baby.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Escaping the pressure right. The open man here, Renfrow.
Here comes the
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right.
On third down, Richard. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Carr completes it. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
To throw is Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Ready.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They run the counter now. It's Anderson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Back now in the East Bay. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
2nd and 5. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. That'll be taken in by Anderson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They run. Anderson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This is Kelly. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And Anderson's got it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. C.J. Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's C.J. Anderson who tops it off with the touchdown run. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. From the 44, Carr. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Again, Anderson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Here we go. Shoot.
Now Anderson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Ready. 70. Indy. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
3rd down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56. Find down. He's heavy on the edges.
Back to throw, Carr. He'll find his tight end, that's Waller. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll roll him out, and this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this.
Hunter Renfrow. Touchdown, Raiders.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So the Chargers now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
In your face.
Back to throw. Open man is Cantrell. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. A dump off to Anderson. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, Herbert, he's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be run, kneel, and then handshakes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. We got this. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Oakland, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work?
Now, 180. Down! 180! What's up? Down! 180! What's up? Down! 185! White down! Blue 80! What's it on? Down! 180! What's up? Down! 180! Cut! Down! 180! Where's your head? What now? 180! That's up! Down! 180! That's up!
This one is for gold.
Now that's what I'm talking about, fellas. I don't know what happened between last week and this week, but today was a great practice, and this coaching staff is loving it.